Without the investment in this machine tool, we wouldn't have secured the contract that we've got, and we wouldn't be able to make the parts that we're actually making. So it is actually transformational, and it's part of our growth initiative. So it wouldn't surprise me if a second one does come along.
So Warren, you are not scared of investing. So what is the ethos behind that here at MCS?
The ethos always has been to try and manufacture the parts that the people can't make. It's a very glib statement to make, but by continual investment in the best machine tools that you can afford, continually drives the company forward all the time. And that's been the ethos from day one, that we've always heavily invested.
Which leads me on to my next question. Why did you go for the Matsuura H.Plus-300?
We'd grown from being a turning shop, and obviously as lathes developed you could do mill turning. We'd actually grown from that by investment into vertical machining centres. The vertical machining centres started to limit what we thought we could do if we were brave enough to actually invest into a horizontal machine tool. And I'm very, very glad that we have.
Where did the decision for the Matsuura come from?
We're coming after the pandemic, and it's 2021, coming into 2022, and I decided that I actually wanted to really seriously research the possibility at looking at horizontal machine tool technology. MAC was taking place that year. I visited MAC 2022, ended up on the Matsuura stand, ended up having an excellent presentation done by Roger, the managing director at the time. It took 2 years for them to court me. They actually took me to end users, which was invaluable. There was not too much pressure, it was done very professionally, and eventually I ended up making the decision on the back of a customer contract that we'd secured to invest in the Matsuura.
And you didn't just go for any Matsuura, you went for a 15 pallet, fully automated Matsuura. So has it brought in the capacity you needed?
The contract that we were fortunate to win meant that 60% of the capacity of the machine went anyway. And we knew that we wanted to actually fill the rest of the capacity, which we're very close to doing. The idea of having the 15 pallet pool, a lot of that was driven by necessity because of the number of parts that we needed to make to satisfy this one particular contract.
And talk us through the quality of parts you're getting from this machine, because you do work with quite high tolerances that have to be met over a number of parts. It's not just one-offs, it's quite production runs as well.
The tolerances that we're working to with this machine tool started with having to dig the floor up. This machine tool is 17 tons, and we had to dig up the floor up, dig a big hole. It was 800mm deep. We've got full reinforced concrete in there to actually house the machine tool. When we start the machine tool running, you cannot hear it. That's actually because the stability of the floor that we've put in and also the quality of the machine tool. Put the two together, you can make some very, very close tolerance parts.
So I've just got one more question. Has this machine given you not just capacity, but the ability to make parts you couldn't before?
The answer to that question is yes. Without the investment in this machine tool, we wouldn't have secured the contract that we've got, and we wouldn't be able to make the parts that we're actually making. So it is actually transformational, and it's part of our growth initiative. So it wouldn't surprise me if a second one does come along.